Hello there YouTube, Aaron Freeman here, and today you guys join me on a commentary video. And I'm not alone this time, for with me I have my good friend and collaborator, Kris Bean.
Bonjour, hello everyone.
Surely you guys can guess who he plays. Correct, the guy from Scared to Death that killed me with that Where's Waldo picture.
Yeah. So sorry about that, Aaron.
Yeah, well, you said you needed my help and I couldn't help but, I had to help a friend out. So Kris, tell us about yourself. Like, what do you do, like, on YouTube wise? Because my subscribers here probably aren't aware that you have your own YouTube account.
Yeah, it's called Autobots241. That's the numbers 2, 4 and 1 at the end. But I've done like a few short stop motions. I haven't done much recently because I've been sort of busy with other stuff, so I haven't really had time to sit down and make a video. But very recently, actually, I did a shortened scene from one of the Transformers films, one of my favourite scenes, where Optimus Prime turns his old truck mode into the new one, and that's one of my favourite scenes. So yeah, I do have a channel, but it's one of those less used channels currently because things like that.
Yeah, bless you. And quick thing before we officially get started, do you want to tell everyone like how you discovered Superlonnys and how you got involved in that?
I actually got involved, found out about Superlonnys and got involved through my friend Jamie, who plays Quake, I believe, in
That's
the
correct.
series. Yeah, me and him went to college together on the same creative media course, so we were both doing like filmmaking, and that's how I sort of got in there. Jamie got in touch with Aaron, let him know that I was interested, and it sort of just went from there, really. So, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Right. Without all that, sorry. Sorry for the stuttering, guys, but you'll come to expect that a lot from me due to my autism and that. So please don't be mad with the amount of stuttering that you guys will suffer throughout this commentary. So with all that said and done, let's get on with it. Right. Superlonnys Episode A. Here we go. There is a God.
I love that intro.
Yeah, I actually created it on the day I released the original Superlonnys video. And speaking of which, for those of you that have been following the series since November 2014, you will know that that's not the original episode A of Superlonnys. It was actually at the snooker hall. This scene here that we're watching right now is actually a short that me and Jackie filmed a while back. Like, it was a short that Jackie came up with. Like, we were both watching, like, we were at the movies watching SpongeBob Out of the Water, and afterwards, while we were hanging out in town, Jackie came up with the idea of going to the subway and filming a short of a brawl between Elektra and Octod, and I just went along with it because, well, knowing me, I just love video making.
Yeah.
Sorry about the coughing, guys. That's my dad coughing in the background. Now, you guys might have noticed that Elektra actually mentions Leslie. Well, if you haven't worked it out already, Leslie is Vibrantia, who, by the way, you might know for the first time is Octod's half-sister. I'll admit that the audio is a bit mush here and there, but hey, I was a learning filmmaker at the time, so...
We've all got to start somewhere, mate.
Yep. That didn't hurt, by the way. So, Kris, do you have anything to say about what you're watching right now? Like, have you even seen this?
I have, but it's been a while.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean the opening scene of her coming into the tunnel with the texting and all that sort of was nice to set the scene.
Yeah.
And
if you have any criticisms like the audio or the lighting, you know, you can say, because I can handle criticism.
yeah, no, that's alright. Sidestep there.
Yep. Oh, by the way, back to the this short here was originally called Electra the Octard before I came across the idea
Quick
of
costume change.
yeah. Oh, here comes one of my favorite combat scenes. You know, fist fights. I still can't work out why Octard is always bullying Electra.
It's your character, mate.
Oh, by the way, guys, the reason I changed episode 8 with this scene, this shot with me and Electra, and the next shot that you'll see in a minute, that idea, the person that came up with that idea was Kiefer Adams, who plays Ice Ray, because at the time when he was involved, he was like trying out some new editing techniques and, well, trying to like connect some elements of the series, and he edited like this short here and the Hot Ice Cold Fire shot with him, me and Johnny in, and I thought that it was a really clever idea, considering that both those shorts slash scenes like kind of play out together, and they kind of like lead into the original episode 8 at the snooker hole. And here he is, the one and only Ice Ray, played by the awesome Kiefer Adams.
Irreplaceable.
Yeah. I heard that he's actually making his own superpower series called Elementums. He's apparently using the Anime Power Effects, the sister app of Superpower Effects.
Nice.
Yep. Now, this short here, you know, which is Hot Ice Cold Fire, was Kiefer's idea. One thing I'll admit about my past work or acting is I'm always dropping like a lot of F-bombs. Like, I'm always saying fuck here and there and that. And that's kind of like the first time the viewers know that Octo's kind of like the third wheel slash annoying puppy of the troupe. Even though there's a lot of junk in that room. Oh. Shut up, Griffin. I love that, you know, mouth sipping scene, yeah.
Shut up, Griffin. Hey.
Salute. Oh, I love this handshake coming up here in a sec. You know, my girlfriend Celine, aka Cecil on YouTube, saw this, and she actually commented on the original short, Hot Ice Cold Fire, of this, saying, "Hey, you stole my handshake." Ain't that right, babe? I love you, by the way. I'm surprised that no one has, like, you know, like started questioning on why, like, the powers don't like cause any like destruction, like debris. Like, surely the heat vision should have like created like holes in the wall behind Ice Ray's head there. Yeah. Ooh, I think I talk a little bit too quiet here, by the way. My girl wants rematch with you and Fireman at snooker hall in an hour. You know who, mate? I'm just doing ADR over the lines that I was whispering. Oh, now that little where do we put our undercover clothes? That's actually like a cover-up continuity scene, because considering that this scene directly leads into the snooker hall battle, obviously me and Johnny were wearing different clothes in that scene. So while we were filming this, I sort of realized that I sort of noticed the continuity error. So I came up, I think it was either me or Johnny that came up with the idea of with the undercover clothes like line. Oh,
Good workaround.
yeah.
Good workaround, I think.
Okay. Oh, by the way, this is the original episode A. You know, starting with
Yeah, this one I remember.
with Telly Dude walking in. And that's the start of an occurring gag in the next few episodes with Telly Dude mispronouncing Elektra's name. You know, we were actually improvising this scene, like, you know, on the day. Like, we were entirely improvising, you know, coming up with our character names and, you know, the setting.
And introducing another reoccurring gag.
Yep. Big shout out to Johnny for coming up with this summoning Octard gag.
Oh, that had to hurt.
Oh, that was actually a pickup shot of the close-up of me being slapped. I was actually slapping myself in that shot. Yeah, it was actually the final shot I did before I started editing this whole thing together. Will I take care of Octard? Again, we were coming up with our characters' names on the spot, and it was my idea to call Octard. Oh, did you just spot a continuity error?
I did indeed.
Ryan was in the background when Elektra was shooting a lightning strike, even though he just teleported away. Right in the balls.
Ouch.
Yeah, I was like, you know, deliberately like risk harming myself. Like I did actually back into the chair and just let myself fall. Oh, quick trivia. This moment here, that is the only time in the whole series so far that we see Telly Dude get like hurt. Weakened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is impressive when you think about it.
Yeah. Now, there was actually a lot more that was originally supposed to follow after this scene. After Ryan exposes Johnny's character as his neighbor, there was supposed to be a scene where a very similar scene where Elektra recognizes Octard as Oliver, but we never got around to filming that because the battery ran out. And it was starting to rain in that scene as well, so yeah. And that was pretty much episode 8. And that was episode 8.
That was quite good.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen that, but seeing it again is
yeah.
quite enjoyable.
Yeah, not a bad pilot. Like, I admit, like, the editing is a bit mush. The audio is a bit mush.
I mean,
but yeah.
Continuity errors are inherent in almost every single film ever.
Pretty much.
You know, you will not find a film out there that will not have at least one continuity error.
Like the X-Men film series. That was actually the second to last thing we filmed, by the way, with Elektra trying to get Octard yet again. It's to show that no matter how many times you try to take on someone like Elektra, you're always going to get your balls sapped off. Not saying that Octard's being castrated or anything. Sorry, I don't know what that was about. Like, I always intend to, like, you know, come up with something like that on spot, just for the sake of, like, you know, saying something interesting.
That is.
So, and that was episode A for the recut pilot, you know, because like I said, this wasn't how episode A was back then when the series debuted in 2014 of November. So, again, Kris, looking back at that, seeing that that's where the whole thing began and where we are at right now.
Yeah, I think it is impressive how from where it started to where it is now. Like, obviously you started with, like, was it you, Johnny,
and Ryan when we were filming that little brawl in Newport called Telefire, which is actually the feeders to the series, and which, by the way, the snooker hall sequence was actually meant to be the sequel to that. Yeah,
but the fact that you started off with like 3, was it?
Well, 2 actually. I was just
2 people.
Yeah, I was just being the cameraman / director.
Yeah. And now we've got, like, how many characters now? We've got Octard,
Fireball, Ice Ray, Elektra, Teledu, Quake, Blade, Griselda, Roger, Flamely, Elementum, Vibrantia, Whirlwindsia, and Rudolph Swanwick. That's about...
That's 13 characters altogether.
Yeah,
in 3 years.
Yeah, even though as of now, some of them have like, you know, either left the series or stepped down, you know, like...
But no, it's
but not to spoil anything for those who haven't seen like the later episodes, especially episode I, considering that Kris here hasn't actually seen episode I yet. Have you?
No.
Yeah. Well, actually,
I need to.
Yeah.
I've been busy. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, as I say, it's impressive to where it's come from since you started off with like 2 people and now we have 13. It is quite impressive, and that the story is developing more and more
as we
each
go
time.
along, you know, because we're improvising the whole thing. Yeah. Right, I think it's time that we wrap this up. I am Aaron Freeman.
And I'm Kris Bean.
And I'll see you guys again soon when we do a commentary on episode B. I hope to hear from you guys soon. Peace out. Ciao.